What's up, everybody, and welcome into the second episode of the Weekly Blitz Film Spotlight. My name is Jackson McIntire. I used to work at PFF for about 8 years as a senior analyst where I specialized in quarterbacks, receivers, and coverage defenders. While I was there, I finalized about 15% of our grades for those positions, and I also handled about 15% of our entire coverage database. What I try to do with these film breakdowns is take that knowledge that I accumulated while working under former SEC defensive coordinators and former NFL players and package that into a fun and digestible format to break down what's really going on in these games. I also host the Weekly Blitz podcast on Tuesday mornings with Joel Moran, where we break down and analyze the past week of games. And with that, we'll get started here. We're breaking down Sam Darnold this week. He was throwing with anticipation. He was reading the field well. He was reading the coverage well. And we'll start with this play here. So initially, we've got a 3-by-1 look. We've got 3 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary. The defense is showing what's likely a Meg-type cone coverage to the one side, where this corner is going to be a Meg or a man everywhere he goes. And then the safety over the top will be helping with an inside over-the-top bracket if this receiver stems inside and vertical. But if the receiver stems outside vertical, the corner will turn and run with that, and then this inside safety will shift his leverage to poach the 3 side of the formation, looking for a crosser or anything like that to help with. However, before the ball is snapped here, we get a pre-snap motion, which motions to a 2-by-2 look. So we see that as 86 works across to the opposite side of the formation, this corner is now in off coverage. The safety shifts over a little bit. And now we've got a triangle coverage. So these 3 defenders are playing over 2 receivers. Now, what we have here is this outside corner is going to be taking anything from 1 vertical, and the curl flat here is going to be working out to the flat on any outbreaking route. However, Sam Darnold right now doesn't know if this is a quarters type look or if it's more of a cover 6 or cover 2 type look here, where this safety would be playing the deep half, and then this corner here would be playing the flat. So right here, he's waiting to see, once this tight end breaks out, is this curl flat defender going to take that, or is this outside corner here going to sink and play the flat? Already, it looks like this is more of a quarters half field coverage, where this outside corner is going to be playing over the top of 1, as opposed to sinking into the flat. As soon as we see that curl flat defender take the outcut, you can see Sam Darnold instantly shift his body. So right now, he's reading that outcut. The curl flat defender takes it, and right there, you just saw him shift his shoulders. So now, instead of reading this outcut, which is clearly taken away by the curl flat defender, he is firmly reading the curl that Justin Jefferson is about to settle in. And then you've got this outside corner here playing over the top outside leverage with this inside safety playing inside over the top leverage. So he knows this throw is going to be open. And as soon as Jefferson starts to settle into this, the ball is already coming out hot. That is great timing and execution by Darnold right there. Now on to this next play. This is going to be cover 3 from a 2-high look. So initially it looks like they're playing some type of potential quarters, whether that's cover 6, cover 4, we don't know yet, but this safety here is going to trickle down into a cover 3 sky type coverage. So let's take a look at that in real time here. So ball is snapped. We've got that safety rotating down to the curl flat. So he's going to be essentially taking this area of the field. And Darnold sees that. So there's this little stick outcut from this tight end here, and that's going to take this hook curl defender as well as the safety who's rotating down's attention. And what that's going to do is that's going to free up the backside of the read here, where you've got Naylor on this little slant cut. And as soon as Darnold reads this part of the field where he sees the safety rotating down and the hook curl linebacker working out on that stick route from the tight end, you're going to see Darnold here very quickly come backside right there. And now he's just waiting for this slant cut here to clear this hook curl zone. And that's going to happen fast. So Darnold's already getting this ball out. This is right when it needs to be out, We've got the hook curl again here. He's just starting to kind of bring his leverage back, but there is a big throw-in window right here. And Darnold is on time. He reads this coverage very well. He was very quick to react to this safety trickling down, read that this is a cover 3 look from a 2-high shell as opposed to a quarters look, and fire this in there. Now, while that looks like it's a little bit behind, it's really just to ensure that this hook curl zone here isn't able to get back and get a hand on the ball or anything like that. This is a great throw from Darnold. Now, here's another one. Once again, we've got a cover 3 look from a 2-high pre-snap shell from the defense. Once again, this safety is going to trickle down. This is more of a 3 robber type coverage. He's going to be playing the hook curl here while you've got this defender here working out to the curl flat. This is a 3-by-1 look. So the Vikings are motioning to a 3 receiver set here. Typically, when you're playing cover 3 versus a 3-by-1, if you've got that safety rotating down to the weak hook curl, as we have here, or cover 3 robber from 2-high, this safety is going to be looking to take away any deep crosser from the strong side in essentially what's a poach type technique that you'd see in like a quarters look. So this is kind of the answer of cover 3 versus 3-by-1. What we're going to get here is this little seam route by Justin Jefferson, who's going to settle into the zone here before the weak side safety is able to pick up that crosser. And Darnold is on time here, and he hits the defense before they're able to pick up the concept that essentially this defense is made to stop. We've got Darnold reading the right half of the field, and we've got Warner playing wall technique here. So he should be walling Jefferson with inside leverage and taking him on anything inside. But Jefferson's cut is so precise that he completely steals that inside leverage, and it almost looks like Warner's working out to the number 2 in the receiver distribution, which would be right in the event that Jefferson was outside or vertical instead of inside. Now what you've got is you've got the safety here eyeballing this as a potential crosser, a vertical crosser, vertical seam cross type route to then take it away. But you've already got Darnold here loading up to rocket this in. It's a great throw by Darnold. It's a great read. He's on time once again, which is the theme throughout this entire game. And once again, we've got Darnold putting this on the back shoulder to shield Jefferson from that safety that is coming down to take that route away. These are the throws that Darnold struggled with, or that he has struggled with throughout his career up until coming to the Minnesota Vikings and getting some guidance from Kevin O'Connell. Now, this play is really just a nod to Kevin O'Connell being an absolute genius. The defense is in a red zone coverage, and we're going to motion Jalen Nailor here just inside of the tight end. And so what you're going to have here is these 2 defenders playing 1 and 2. One's going to take 7 is going to take the outside of the 2, and then this DB is going to be taking the inside release of 1 and 2. However, there's some confusion here as to who is 1 and who is 2. So the tight end here stays into chip, and we're already screwed up on the defense here. They've completely messed up this exchange. So with Nailor releasing inside of 84 here, this defender should be taking this. However, there's, once again, some confusion. They're not really sure of what the assignment is here. And Nailor is essentially a free runner. And this is just Kevin O'Connell dialing up a brilliant play call. 7 tries to work out a bit, but he's already 7 yards behind Nailor here. And this is just an easy pitch and catch. That was all Kevin O'Connell. And of course, we've got to talk about this 97-yard dime of a touchdown throw by Sam Darnold here. We're going to get cover 3 here from single high. Unlike the previous cover 3 looks where we had the Niners playing cover 3 from 2 high shells, this is a fire zone cover 3 where you've got 5 blitzing from single high. So you're going to have 30 here carrying underneath the deep post cut by Jefferson, and then you're going to have the deep middle of the field cover 3 safety here opening his hips, or at least trying to stay over the top of this deep post. He does not do a good job at that, and Darnold reads this very well and gets this ball out quick. Ball snapped. You've got 30 playing underneath in trail technique here. And then you've got this deep safety here with his hips open to Jefferson. However, he needs to be ready to flip his hips and turn and run. But he does this too late, and you're going to see Darnold read that quite well. So now right here, you can see that Jefferson is full sending this. He's going full speed downfield. He's already got a step on the trail defender here. But this safety, his hips are not open to where they need to be to take away this deep post cut. And you've got Darnold here already releasing the ball. So he is reading the leverage and the hips of this deep safety and saying Jefferson is going to beat that. He's going to get behind coverage here. And that's exactly what happens. So when this ball is out, you see that separation created by Jefferson as he's now behind what's supposed to be the over-the-top help on this deep post cut. But there's already a gap. And by the time this ball arrives, there's a good 4 yards of separation there. So just a great job there of Darnold trusting Jefferson to create that separation and get over the top. And other than that 97-yard touchdown, this was Darnold's best throw of the day. The Niners here are playing a too high coverage. This is just going to be cover 2. So deep half by the safety as well. And what's going to happen is you're going to have Naylor send this up the seam. Vikings once again are motioning to a 3-by-1 look. And what needs to happen in a cover 2, Tampa 2 type coverage is 22 needs to be identifying that seam threat and opening his hips to the strong side of the formation or the 3 side and running with that. But he's a little late. He kind of hesitates. And by the time he gets on that route, he's already too far leveraged inside. And then Darnold is going to see him turn his head to run with the route. And as soon as he turns his head, it's done. This is a completion. We're going to see the ball placement once again being thrown away from coverage. So ball snapped here. I don't know what this defender's doing as he turns his hips to the weak side of the formation. When you've got 3 receivers to this side, this is poor play by him. Now, he's going to recognize that. And he turns his hips back. But there's already this space created here. So he throws with great anticipation. And when Naylor turns around to look for the ball, he just popped his head around right here. The defender is just trying to run with that and not get beat over the top into this space. There's all of this space here for Darnold to put the ball away from coverage. Just a great play. And the last play here is the interception. This is one that I know Darnold would love to have back. So once again, Vikings are motioning to a 3-by-1 look. So you're going to have 3 receivers to the field and 1 to the boundary. And we've got quarters here. So this safety is going to be the inside quarter here. This safety is going to be the inside quarter to the field. And then you've essentially got man right here. Now, what's going to happen is this defender is going to play the curl flat. Fred Warner is going to open to the strong side of the formation. He is the hook zone here, but in a 3-by-1 look, he's going to favor that strong side. And really, Darnold just got caught being fooled by Fred Warner's loose hips here. Darnold should not have tried to force this one. You've got a fake little screen action here. Then you've got this receiver here trying to get into kind of this seam soft spot. And with Warner opening up here, he's turning his hips to the field, but then he's so fluid to open them back up inside and get his hands on the ball right around here. And that's the part that I think Darnold just didn't anticipate Warner being physically able to do. So that right there, I mean, he flipped his hips and opened them inside so fast, and he's just able to undercut that ball. From quarters, you're going to have this safety here essentially poaching against the 3-by-1 look. So he's looking for that crosser, that kind of seam inside type ball to take that away. And he's going to have a chance here too to make a play on the ball. Really just one that Sam Darnold would love to have back. And that's all I've got. Thanks for listening in. Make sure to check out the Weekly Blitz on Tuesday with Joel Moran and myself, and I'll be back next week with another Weekly Blitz film spotlight.